Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that many of you have asked about. Why do women sometimes seem to want men who don't want them? It's a question that touches on psychology, social dynamics, and even evolutionary biology. So let's break it down with 10 reasons why this happens. Let's get started. Number 1. The thrill of the chase. Early on in the attraction process, the excitement of the chase serves as a strong motivator. It appeals to our innate need to triumph and compete. Excitement might flare up when someone appears uninterested or even a bit distant. It becomes a game, a quest that strengthens our resolve to try and win their interest, and ultimately, their affection. We are more attentive to the possible mate because of this increased level of arousal, which makes them appear even more sexually appealing. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to pleasure and reward, is released during the chase, enhancing the appeal. It's a fascinating cycle. The more work we put into making people feel special, the more appealing they appear. Gaining the interest of someone who first appeared uninterested can be a huge confidence booster. Bolster sentiments of confidence and self-worth by validating our own attractiveness and desirability. The appeal is heightened, and the prize becomes even more satisfying as a result of this positive reinforcement. Our minds are programmed to solve problems and follow patterns. When someone doesn't quickly show interest in us again, it paints an incomplete picture. The pursuit turns into a means of understanding their emotions and intentions, of filling in the blanks. This quest for comprehension keeps us interested and feeds the original spark. Number 2. Need for validation. Next up, the thrill of the chase isn't the only reason why some women and men might be drawn to those who seem indifferent. Sometimes, the pursuit is motivated by a deeper need to be validated and to show oneself as deserving of love and care. This may be especially true for those who have previously dealt with insecurity or rejection. Being able to win someone over who appears uninterested becomes a test of one's own lovability. If they are able to break the code and win the love of someone who seemed unavailable at first, it offers a potent kind of external affirmation. Even if that validation may come from an unwholesome source, it gives them comfort in knowing they are attractive and deserving of affection. Expectations and demands from society might also feed this need for validation. Attracting someone who seems out of reach can feel like a personal achievement in a culture where romantic success is often equated with self-worth. It turns into a means of demonstrating their worth and dispelling any naysayers about their good looks. But it's important to understand that genuine self-worth originates from within and isn't derived from approval of others. A successful endeavor could provide one's ego a brief lift, but it doesn't deal with the underlying fears. Seeking validation through romantic conquests is considerably less lasting than cultivating a strong sense of self-love and healthy self-esteem. Number 3. Media and cultural influences. Stories abound that romanticize the pursuit of the indifferent. From timeless fairy tales where the prince wakes the sleeping beauty, to innumerable romantic comedies where the distant love interest finally meets. Constant exposure builds a subconscious script that presents the hard-to-get as the ultimate prize. A model for love. During our formative years, this media portrayal might have an especially strong influence. When teenagers and young people are exposed to these stories so often, they may internalize the idea that true love is hard work and the ability to overcome apathy. The pursuit turns into an essential obstacle and is evidence of the closeness of the bond. Moreover, the media often portrays the bad boy or ice queen character who eventually warms up, reinforcing the idea that a successful pursuit validates the effort and unlocks something special within the initially uninterested person. It's crucial to evaluate these depictions critically. Healthy relationships are not about winning over apathy or playing games. They are about respect and attraction between two people. Open communication and emotional availability are essential for a truly satisfying relationship, even when the first spark of desire may contain some mystery. Number 4. Perceived high value. The idea of perceived high worth helps to explain some of the attractiveness of the unavailable man. People are naturally drawn to items that are hard to come by or rare. This is a throwback to our prehistoric evolutionary past when there were few resources and suitable partners. In that context, someone who wasn't readily available might have been seen as possessing desirable qualities, strength, independence, or access to valuable resources. This need is also present in the contemporary dating scene. There might be an air of mystery and intrigue when a man is perceived as playing hard to get or unavailable. He turns into a task to be accomplished and a worthwhile reward. Social media and cultural forces have the potential to strengthen this sense of high value. A man who appears to be in high demand or unavailable all the time may be viewed as desirable in a society that frequently confuses busyness with success. One could assume that his busy schedule stems from his achievements or his social standing. Furthermore, social media frequently presents an edited highlight reel of fascinating lives. A man who appears to have an extremely busy schedule full of excursions and experiences may be viewed as more attractive or fascinating than someone who has more leisure time. It's crucial to keep in mind that perceived value isn't necessarily equal to actual value. It doesn't always follow that someone who isn't available is a good companion, successful, or fascinating. Frequently, however, the reverse is true. Someone who lacks emotional availability or is overly preoccupied may be dealing with deeper problems or difficulties with commitment. It's far more crucial to concentrate on sincere connection, common ideals, and emotional openness than it is to chase after someone who appears to be a prize only because they're difficult to get. Number 5. Fear of intimacy. The pursuit of unavailable men can sometimes be a subconscious strategy to avoid the emotional risks of intimacy. Vulnerability leaves us up to disappointment and injury when we allow ourselves to be genuinely opened up to a profound relationship. Women can establish a barrier to self-defense by pursuing someone who appears uninterested and maintaining emotional distance. By doing this, she keeps control over the dynamic and helps herself avoid the heartache or rejection that may result from a completely committed relationship. Intimacy anxiety may have its roots in the past. Maybe there are emotional scars from a failed relationship and a dread of re-establishing intimacy. For those who want to experience the thrill of the chase without taking a chance on the vulnerability of a genuine connection, the unavailable man turns into a safe option. The dynamic's intrinsic emotional distance enables the woman to separate her emotions and keep her heart out of them. But it's crucial to understand that accepting vulnerability is the first step towards true love and fulfillment. However, there is always a chance of being harmed. The benefits of having a close personal relationship outweigh the anxiety. We make room for real love and emotional support by selecting emotionally available companions and allowing ourselves to be open and vulnerable. In the end, chasing unattainable guys may provide a fleeting sense of security, but it prevents us from realizing the satisfaction and joy that come from being in a committed and loving relationship. Number 6. Social proof. A big part of the reason why some women could find themselves pulled to seemingly indifferent guys is social proof. This psychological phenomenon explains our propensity to base our decisions on the beliefs and deeds of other people. Dating might set off a subconscious thought process when a man appears uninterested in pursuing a woman. This mind process goes something like this. There must be something special about him if he can afford to be picky. The man feels as though his attractiveness and desirability are being socially validated by the impression of great demand. The woman may think that there must be a good reason that he has traits worth pursuing for so many other people to be attracted to him. Social media and cultural influences have the potential to magnify this social proof. A man who appears to attract a lot of attention from women on social media could be viewed as more attractive in a society that is fixated on well-manicured online profiles. It is possible to misunderstand the number of likes, comments, or follows as an indicator of his value. In a similar vein, expectations from society can matter. If there are women chasing a man all the time, it could perpetuate the notion that he's a catch and worthy of pursuit. But it's important to keep in mind that social proof isn't always a reliable gauge of actual worth. A man isn't always a good partner or someone who makes a solid relationship material just because he gets a lot of attention. Genuine connection, common ideals, and emotional openness should be the main points of emphasis. A man who is open to closeness, treats her with respect, and demonstrates a sincere interest in getting to know her is far more attractive than a man who just finds attraction in the appearance of being unavailable. Number 7. Self-esteem issues. Unfortunately, women with lower self-esteem can fall into a trap when it comes to relationships. It's possible that they unconsciously lean towards uninterested males. The underlying assumption that individuals must earn love and attention is the cause of this behavior. They don't think they deserve readily available partners who are publicly affectionate because of their low self-worth. Gaining the favor of someone who appears uninterested turns into a perverted kind of affirmation. They get a false sense of achievement if they can win the love of someone who didn't seem to be interested in them at first. It perpetuates the false notion that one must struggle to find love, and that one's value depends on conquering this obstacle. They are set up for failure and are unable to have satisfying, healthy relationships based on respect and emotional openness because of this dynamic. So there you have it, 7 reasons why women might be attracted to men who don't seem interested in them. What do you think? Have you experienced this before? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more interesting content like this. Thanks for watching.